I looked around Bay Street. I've been on Bay Street for about 30 years. And I looked around Bay Street, and you can bowl a ball and you can't hit a black person on Bay Street. Right? And I felt really lonely. And I go, listen, we got to do something about this. So I started looking around for black people. People wearing suits and people look like they're important. And I go, I want to form this organization. I want you to be a part of it, and I want you to join it. Ultimately, we call it the BlackNorth Initiative. And it's really about making sure that there's as many people, black people as possible on Bay Street. So it's really started about Bay Street, but now it's about all of Canada in all aspects of corporate Canada.
There's not only just an entrepreneurial spirit within our community, but there's also a need. The idea here was to try to get to a realm of society that black persons have not traditionally been. And so in order for us to be able to all work together, we still needed another rung that was able to sort of target directly sort of the business community.
We have a wide variety of people involved in the initiative. Of course, our wonderful Executive Director, Dahavo, but you know, the founder of this initiative, Wes Hall, as well as Prem Watts, our co-chairs for this evening, spearhead a group of community leaders, corporate leaders, and of course, we have the entire BlackNorth team and the board here tonight.
The BlackNorth Initiative is an organization that was founded just a little over 2 years ago, right after the murder of George Floyd. And the idea behind the organization was to support black communities. It was to uplift them, empower them, find ways to, you know, bring them into this world so they can be successful and be in prosperous sort of situations. Right now, that is not happening. Everything that you'll see tonight really is about uplifting the people that look exactly like me, and I'm excited to be here.
This is an opportunity for people to see what BNI is all about. This 2.5 past years. And we want to show people that we're here to stay. And we're here to work with them to advance the black community. But also to know that there's more work to be done. We have started. But again, the future is brighter. And we need everybody at the table. We want to make sure that we're inclusive in as much as we preach for inclusiveness.
We're all about creating opportunities for black Canadians to make sure that we're part of the conversation from the very top of Bay Street, corporate Canada, to not-for-profits, to the school system, to police, and you name it. We want to make sure that we're there, and we're part of decision-making for that.
The companies who have signed on to BlackNorth are committed to our mission of eradicating systemic anti-black racism. You know, for a long time, black people have not been able to catch a chance. And make no mistake, it's not just the United States. It's everywhere, and it's in Canada. So 2 years ago, when George Floyd, as we watched him be murdered in front of us, Wes Hall, our co-chair of BNI, called together a bunch of his friends and colleagues, many of whom are in the corporate sector. And we decided that instead of depending on one entity like government, that we were going to now do something from a corporate standpoint. And BNI was born.
I hope what people take away when they hear about the Black Home Ownership model is just the power of this partnership and this model. We call it the BlackNorth Home Ownership Bridge Program because we truly are creating a bridge through which black families can realize the strength and the stability and the possibilities of being able to have a home that's adequate for their families, but being able to use this home to build generational change. And the bridge is created when all of us come together, when philanthropists, when governments, when all of us work together to create a bridge that creates a more inclusive, sustainable, fair society where if you work hard, you can dream and create possibilities for everyone.
As a mom with girls, I always worried about my kids living in a safe and stable home. When I heard about BlackNorth Initiative, I applied right away. The process was very, very simple, and I would encourage anyone to go ahead and apply. Now that we own a home, I can safely say that at least I have some legacy that I can leave for my kids, and it's assurance. It is assurance for me, and it's assurance for them, and they will be able to be themselves in their own space.
I think the idea that we're focusing on anti-black racism has a lot to do with even back to the Stephen Lewis report. In Stephen Lewis's report, he talked about the fact that even though there is a plethora of anti-sort of racism amongst the diaspora in Canada, its main target always seems to be the Black community. And so I think what happened is the BlackNorth decided that what they would do is sort of corral as much as they could to sort of get an understanding of where it is that Black persons can fit within this anti-Black racism strategy. So it's almost like a for us by us. In order for us to be able to come to some conclusions or strategies, it meant that we had to focus on perhaps the house that's burning. So although there might be a lot of homes that are in distress, the Black home seems to currently be the one that's always burning. And so as a result, it made more sense, I think, to concentrate on an entity or on a group that was really struggling within this environment. So I think a focused approach was what was necessary. I think the direct approach is what was required. And I think as a result, it was the best thing for them to do.
A lot of people have been looking for direction and an indication that we are moving forward. And I hope people leave here saying that there are tools, there are allies, and there are people committed to this work. And BlackNorth is the right organization to be leading it.